Wikimaniacs. If you love the show and want to help support your boys and get early access and ad-free episodes, we got you covered. Just join up for Patreon at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network, or join our YouTube channel. Without further ado, Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I don't know how to read.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome to another Am I the Asshole episode. My name's Josh Shell, your host for today, and I'm joined by John and Sean. What's up, boys?
I gotta say, I thought when you whispered, I thought you were gonna say, Psst,
I see dead
I
people.
see dead people.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on. Is our boy about to bust a freestyle right now or what?
Mustard on the beat. How deep?
I am way too white to do that.
He just learned what ops were.
Yeah.
I also thought you said Sean, which is funny because Sean posted that picture and it made me laugh.
Wait, what?
He posted a picture where he says, I don't. Did you go to a restaurant or order something and it was named Chon, Chon?
Yeah. I went to a local bagel shop, bought a bagel from a white man. Said, what's the name? I said, Sean. He said, gotcha, Ching.
Oh, no.
Oh, Chong, you
It's
say?
Chon, Chon.
Chong, you say?
Oh, no.
Ching Chong, you say? Holy shit. Never had I had a more popular story. Quite literally, all of my friends and every Wikimaniac that follows me sent a little laughing emoji.
Yeah, Juliet roasted you, apparently.
No, Juliet didn't roast me. She guessed it. She guessed exactly what happened. She said, was it a white man? And did he think your name was Chong? And then thought, surely not. I'll just put Chon to be safe. Yeah,
Hey, she has experience. Someone said, like, when she was wearing Toms and it was the periodic table, it was like, oh, your language of your people is beautiful. Or the alphabets of your people are beautiful. And this was in Kansas. This is why I'll always forever hate Kansas.
A periodic, they don't know chemicals?
I guess not.
Not in certain parts of Kansas, I guess.
I mean, at least they meant to say a compliment, as backhanded and terrible as it was.
This was for you, Wichita. Fuck you.
Oh, fuck. What a way to start the episode. I did not expect
Got
this.
a little unhinged there a little bit.
This is Monday energy. Get it back to Friday.
Yeah,
Okay.
get it back to Friday. Terrible people. Where are we here? This is my first episode back, technically, from my honeymoon.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's crazy. We are recording these very early.
I was going to say, how was Salem?
So good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, magical, some would
We
say.
really loved being there, all six of us together in Salem. It was
Whoa.
a magical
We just
moment.
hijacked the honeymoon altogether.
We're like,
Hell
it's
yeah.
cool if we just come, right?
You guys ready to hop into some of these stories today?
Let's do it.
All right. First one we got here is cross-posted by Stupendous Fisher. This was originally posted, full disclosure, we're stealing from another content creator. r/Charlotte Dobre YouTube.
Ooh, please
shout
collab
out.
with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
I would love that. But yeah, so it originally comes from there if you want to subscribe. But the title for this one is, Am I the Asshole for Leaving My Husband During Our Wedding Day?
No.
You probably deserved it.
Nah, he probably did some stupid shit.
He probably did
Okay.
some stupid.
He definitely did some stupid shit.
He probably cheated and fucked a college friend.
Okay.
Or
Kinda
your
like Monday.
mother.
Or the
Wait.
mother. Damn. You a motherfucker.
The mother of the bride.
Sean's been doing this too long.
Or he hooked up with Big Titty Mima.
No. Oh,
A shout out to maybe 4 episodes
so
ago.
many episodes ago, but yeah. All right. Well, let's see if any of those unhinged guesses are correct.
You miss all the shots you don't take, brother.
That's true. Michael
Sean
Scott.
Salvino, Wayne
Sean
Gretzky,
Salvino
Michael Scott.
wins. I, 28 female, left my husband, 29 male, on our wedding day, and now I'm questioning if I was in the wrong. We've been together for 5 years and engaged for 1. Throughout our relationship, there were moments of doubt, but I always brushed them off, thinking it was just pre-wedding jitters. Our families and friends were excited, and the planning went smoothly. My husband is a charming and charismatic guy, and everyone seemed to adore him. The wedding day itself started off beautifully. The weather was perfect, the venue was stunning, and everything was going according to plan. I felt like I was living the dream as I walked down the aisle towards him. The ceremony was emotional, and I was overwhelmed with joy and love as we exchanged vows. After the ceremony, we moved to the reception. The venue was decorated with twinkling lights, flowers, and everything I'd ever dreamed of. As the evening progressed, everyone seemed to be having a great time. There were speeches, toasts, and lots of dancing. I felt so happy and blessed thinking about the life we were about to start together. However, during the reception, something happened that changed everything. I went to the bridal suite to freshen up and overheard my husband having a conversation with his best man just outside the door. At first, I thought it was just typical guy talk, but then I heard him say something that made my blood run cold. He was laughing and joking about how he was only marrying me because it was the right thing to do, and that he wasn't sure if he truly loved me.
What?
Why go through with it? It's crazy.
Do you have like a gun on your head that you had to marry her or what?
Yeah. He mentioned that he felt trapped by our family's expectation and didn't want to disappoint them.
Why are you laughing then?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why is that a
Nervous
funny
laughter.
moment?
Yeah, it sounds like you are also sad about this, but
Yeah.
you're laughing?
Here I was thinking we were starting a new chapter of our lives based on love and commitment. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It felt like a punch to the gut. I stood there frozen as they continued talking. My husband said he hoped to grow to love me and that maybe marriage would fix things. His best friend didn't seem shocked or surprised, which made me think they'd had this conversation before. Devastated, I decided to take this moment to myself and process what I just heard. I went back up to the bridal suite, tears streaming down my face. This is when I saw his phone on the dresser, buzzing with notifications. I know it was wrong, but in my state of shock and hurt, I picked it up and unlocked it. What I found next was a complete shock. There were texts from another woman, someone I didn't recognize. They had been seeing each other for months, and the texts were explicit. She was congratulating him on the wedding, but also expressing her frustration that he was going through with it. So she knew the whole time? Why would you be with someone that's getting married?
For real?
That's
Because
crazy.
you truly have no self-respect.
Yeah. There were photos, intimate messages, and even plans they'd made to meet up after our honeymoon.
That's wild.
My hands were shaking as I read through the messages, feeling like my world was collapsing around me. I felt betrayed and humiliated. Not only did my husband have doubts about our marriage, but he also had been cheating on me. I couldn't face the rest of the evening pretending everything was fine, and I needed to get out of there to clear my head and figure out what to do next. So I quietly left the reception and went to a friend's place where I stayed the night. I didn't tell anyone where I was going, I just needed to get out of there. The next day, my phone was flooded with messages and calls from family and friends, all confused and worried. My husband was frantic, apologizing and saying he didn't mean what he said. That it was just
but you
nerve-
meant to fuck the other person, apparently.
Yeah. That it was just nerves and stupid banter. It's just locker room talk. You know how locker rooms talk?
You in the wrong team if you're doing that shit.
Yeah.
Still insane that grab her by the pussy is locker room talk.
That guy was your president.
8 years later, people said, "Oh, that's just how we talk." What locker rooms are we saying grab her by the... Anyways.
Not the right ones. John is correct. He claimed he was drunk and his words were taken out of context. When I confronted him about the text, he broke down and admitted to the affair, saying it was a mistake and that he wanted to make things right.
Boy, no.
Our families are split. Some think I'm overreacting and should have stayed to work things out, while others support my decision and to leave and reevaluate our relationship. I met with my husband a few days later to talk, and he looked genuinely remorseful and kept apologizing, but I couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal. Yeah, he literally cheated on you and was planning
I do not
to
give a
continue.
fuck what everyone else thinks. Are you kidding me?
Are you
Are
serious?
you fucking kidding me? Work things out when the whole relationship he laughed about it, says, "Oh, I just had to do it. I guess I had to make it right." And then
Yeah.
this fool was cheating on the side. What? It ain't gonna work this shit out. You don't ever start a marriage that way. Hell, you shouldn't even got married to begin with if this was the fucking, the status of how you love this person. You're cheating on her and you said that you're still going to marry her because it's the right thing. Bitch, hell nah, bro.
It's insane to say it's the right thing to do while at the same
Doing all the right
exact
things.
time cheating.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I don't get too worried about the right thing, brother.
No, you're doing all of the wrong things, actually. He admitted that he had doubts, but insisted that he loved me and wanted to make our marriage work. I told him I need time.
Just a few days ago, I think marriage will help me love her. You just admitted a few days ago that you did not.
Yeah.
And you told your side chick that you're gonna meet up with her after fucking your honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
Crazy. I told him I need time to think, and since then I've been staying with a close friend while I sort through my emotions. Now I'm torn. Did I overreact by leaving on our wedding day? Should I have confronted him then and there? Or did I do the right thing by taking a step back and gathering my thoughts? I feel guilty for leaving in such a dramatic way, but I also feel justified in needing time to process such a huge revelation. So am I the asshole for leaving my husband on our wedding day?
I will say this though, you will be an asshole to yourself if you fucking come back to his ass.
So you're saying not the asshole, but
Not the asshole
if you
for
stay.
leaving, but you will be if you try to work things out with this fool.
Right. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean?
I think she may just need a stern talking to at the moment to just kind of like,
Shake her out of it.
all right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't believe your family and friends that are telling you, oh, he just cheated a little bit, or like, oh, he'll fall in love with you eventually. No, because that's not the agreement when y'all got married. The agreement that you thought you were signing up for was that you already loved each other, because why would y'all be getting married if not?
Exactly.
And that you were his one and only. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just, you're starting the marriage off on the wrong foot. Like, could not be a more wrong foot
Yeah.
than cheating.
Leading up to the
and then-
wedding is already wrong as it is.
Yeah.
Staying within this marriage is even going to be a bigger wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you let him get away with this?
But
What
He'll
else?
have a bigger inflated ego. They
Yeah.
got complex. He can get away with shit.
It's like,
he's like, I can do 3 girls now.
Yeah,
Real.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Like insane to on your wedding night be thinking that. Like even if I just overheard the conversation and he wasn't cheating, even that I'd be
I'd
like,
still leave.
I think we're done. Like this is
Yeah.
over. Because if
Even
you're
without the cheating.
questioning it on the night of our wedding, that is insane. On top of that, cheating on you, I don't see how anyone who has a brain thinks that you're in the wrong for
Mhm.
this. I don't know what family members you're talking to, but you should definitely cut them off as well.
Yup.
But yeah, just insane. And Reddit deemed not the asshole. LP actually, a very brief update in the comments,
Okay.
said, I'm deciding to get an annulment. And
Good.
Yes.
I got tested for STDs and I'm all clear.
Oh,
Good.
So
Oh,
they're all clear. They're all clear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank God.
I think Wikimaniacs, or not Wikimaniacs, sorry. What are they? The Dobraids? Would that be what they're called in that subreddit? We're saying like get tested just in case as well.
Okay. Good idea.
And then they said they might update if anything else happens, but as of recording this, there's nothing. But when we post this 3 weeks from now, there might be something.
There might be. We have
but
so
yeah.
much update Wednesdays to do.
Oh God, I know. I know.
I have to be
Sorry.
a part of that one. I have to be a part of that one.
Oh, you will, brother.
Yeah.
Don't you
We'll
worry.
make you a part of one. All right, moving on to the next one, posted by artistic lower score hippo 4827, and the title is "Am I the asshole for asking my wife to spend all her savings?"
That's wild. It better be for a good reason. Like,
Did
a
you spend all
house.
yours?
Yeah,
I
Spent
don't
all
love
his.
how other people telling other people how to spend their money.
Their money? Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I even when the person is like, we've had stories in the past where somebody's being an asshole with their money, but at the end of the day, it's hard for me to call them an asshole for
Because
doing
it's their money.
what they
Mm.
want with their own money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say yes, with the caveat of I just know I have a strong possibility of being wrong.
Unless this is like a emergency, or they're about to be kicked out in the streets. I don't see any good reason for this.
Okay. So I'm a 34-year-old male married to the love of my life, 33-year-old female. My wife is kind, nurturing, and motivated in her career. She does a lot for me at home since I work long hours. Long is in all capitals. We married 4 months ago and have dated for 8 years. We're both easygoing and have the same sense of humor and rarely argue. I make 4 times more money. In brackets, I'm in healthcare. But she makes a good salary as well. Since I make 4 times what she does, I tend to pay for most things like dinner, weekend trips, mall shopping, which I absolutely do not mind. With bigger purchases, we pay for things together in proportion to what we make. She's usually okay with paying her share of things, which is a quarter of the rent and groceries, and we'll sometimes offer to pay for dinners and dates. She's very close with her best friends. She has 4. They're great people, but they're basically attached to the hip and talk daily in group chats, which is fine. Everyone needs a support system. I have similar friends. Her and her 4 friends have a combined savings account together for investing in something together. They've each been putting a few $100s per month each. I've done this for years, and I didn't love the idea initially, which I expressed, but she was adamant that she wanted this, and at the time, we weren't hurting for the money, and it was ultimately her money and her decision. Now we are looking to buy a home in one of the most expensive real estates in the market in the US. She expresses that she doesn't have much savings of her own, but has $20,000 of her own money tied in with her friend's combined savings account. Over the last year, they've been told by 2 financial advisors that 5 people attempting to invest together in real estate or stocks or a business wasn't a great idea, and they also recommended splitting the funds to 5 separate accounts since the account is under one friend's name, and there are tax implications for having that amount of money to her name, and they say around $10,000 or $100,000. Yeah, but could you imagine having $100,000 on your name for tax purposes? Like, it adds up.
Yep.
The homes we are looking at need around $60,000 to $70,000 for a down payment. I stated I was willing to spend nearly all of my savings for the down payment for a home, which is $50,000. So I told her she should pull the money from her joint friend's account to help with the down payment. It's a huge purchase, and I don't think should be my burden alone. She got really upset and told me I don't want to touch that money. I promised my friends it would be investment for together. We should look for a less expensive home then, maybe a fixer-upper. She then stated it would be easier for you to accrue the money back since you make so much more. This was very frustrating, and I told her it's unfair if I have to spend nearly all of my savings and you don't. Your friend fund is stupid, and it's stupid that you use your money, not to use your money for our future home. So am I the asshole for asking her to use her own cash from her friend's account, breaking that promise to her friends so that we can buy a nice home together?
I gotta say no in this scenario. Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like, that's your life with your partner. That's your life with your spouse. And when one partner is willing to say, hey, I'm willing to put as much as possible to fund our future, but I'm just asking you to do the same. He's asking for an equal stake in the, and he's not even
equal.
He's not equal. He's asking, I mean, like the effort is equal. Like,
yeah, effort. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
He's saying, I'm willing to put as much down. I'm willing to almost go as much as what I've saved in my life savings, but I'm just asking you to do the same. This is the house that we want to buy. A home purchase is one of the, if not the biggest expense that you'll ever have in your life. This is something that you live in every day, maybe for the next 10, 15, 20 years. It's a lot of money to ask. Yes, he makes significantly more money than you, but he's not asking you for the same amount. He's asking you to contribute in your way. So the fact that she is pushing all the financial burden on him, yes, it is a little icky when he says, oh, your friend group investment is stupid. That might be her thing on the side. Yeah. I don't like that part. However,
I will argue it is stupid just to keep it in a savings account and not have it actually invested
doing
in
something, right? So, and with the tax implications and all that, and she's probably end up paying more for those taxes.
Yeah,
I'm not smart when it comes to that, but I will say your partner or the partner is not contributing the way they should be. So I'm gonna call. I think OP's not the asshole. I think he's being reasonable in this case.
I think pretty much generally the same. Like, would it have been better to, like ask her, all right, so how do you expect that we pay for the down payment? Like, as opposed to just being downright like, yeah, you should use the investment. Like, I still don't love telling somebody what to do with their money, but instead
But she
being
is
like,
though.
yeah, that's where I was going. Like, I'm cool with like, I think he should have approached it as like, okay, this is where we live. We want to get a house here. This is how much down payments cost. This is how much I've saved in my life savings. Like, how are we going to do this? As opposed to just being like, yeah, that thing that you do with your friends, stupid. Get your money out of there. And
That's fair.
let's do
You
this.
could have
thing.
worded it better. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's the only part
But-
that I give him shit about.
But to be fair, he only said the "it's stupid" thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. After she was like, "Well, it's you make so much money, you might as well just you pay for the down payment."
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean, at that point, if you're telling me to use all my money when you don't want to use any of your money, then of course I'll probably say some reckless, stuff that I don't, fully mean. But I'll be like, well, that's just not very fair. You know what I mean? So. So yeah, I mean, I would say you're not the asshole. I wish you approached it a little more gracefully, but also she did not respond gracefully.
Mhm.
So it's kind of just a bad situation. Hopefully, you guys could both take a step back and be like, all right, well, what can we do to figure this out? I refuse to put 100% if you're not willing to put it. Like, we generally pay for everything kind of the same. You pay a quarter, I'll pay 75. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So figure out what your quarter that you're willing to pay is, and then I'll tell you what my 75 will be based off of what you're willing to give. We'll find a home off of that. So hopefully, to me, this isn't like divorce. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
especially like this is something you guys just need to talk about when cooler heads are cool.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Just when tempers are less flared and things aren't as sensitive, just take a step back and I feel like the solution is there.
Yeah,
I also kind of. Oh, sorry, Josh. I kind of want to also add to, and this you've said this before, Sean. When it comes to like weddings, when when the vision's not there, like you got to change the vision, right? And
Mhm.
he kind of acknowledged already that hey, maybe I can put as much, but we got to downsize. Maybe we can do like a fixer upper, and she also got to realize that all right, well maybe if I can't contribute as much, I got to be happy with having a lesser house or a fixer upper.
Yeah,
So
she recommended the fixer upper.
Yeah.
Oh, she
this-
recommended a fixer upper?
She did,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, my bad. I got that completely
No, you're
twisted.
good.
No, that's okay. I think the sentiment is the same though. There is a compromise somewhere in there,
Mhm.
where it's like maybe she doesn't contribute as much money, but maybe she does most of the housework to fix it up. You know what I mean? Because he works long hours. Maybe that's the compromise. Hey, you put 50, I put 10 or something like that, and then I work
And
on
he
the
acknowledges
house.
that though. He compliments her about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a problem with making more than her and
Mhm.
like contributing more, like his portion. I think that's fair. That's absolutely what you should do in a like relationship or partnership.
He just wants
Um,
things to be equitable.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. He doesn't want to put everything in and have her put nothing in. So I think there's a compromise from both of them. But ultimately, I don't think he's the asshole. She was the first one to be like, no, you spend your money, like all your money on us, and I will just do nothing. It's like, well, that's not going to happen either.
Mhm.
So completely unreasonable for her to ask him of that. But yeah, like Sean said, this isn't divorce. This is a conversation later on about money, maybe meeting with a financial advisor to figure that out as well.
I mean, they don't listen to financial advisors.
They don't. Yeah.
Apparently.
Crazy to have one joint savings account with your friends.
They call him stupid for the past like how many times, and they're still like, nah, still not doing that.
You can have your own account with $20,000 in it under your name.
like, nah, that's
So
dumb.
like, there's just so many things that could go wrong with this. I mean, I guess it's like us, but we're at least business partners. We have an investment. We have a bank
True.
account together.
We're all signed on the bank account. It's not under one
Exactly.
name.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
we're
don't
all
even know the
dealing with
account
the tax.
details.
Yeah, the taxes go to all of us. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we're all getting hit.
Yeah. And Reddit agreed, not the asshole. Specific mid-score syllabub 54
Whoa.
said, nope, I would seriously reconsider buying a house, or if you do, make her sign a prenuptial. If you can pony up $50,000 and you essentially have been footing the bill all this time so she can save money with her friends. The sad part is that money is just sitting in an account and not being invested, and your wife and her 2 other friends have zero claim to any of the money unless there are names on the account. So yeah, I think that potentially could be, if you can't find a solution, potentially that. If you're like, okay, I'm putting all my money in, but I want you to sign something so that I don't get fucked over, like with the house. That's a potential after, if you have a continued conversation and it doesn't go anywhere and she's still not budging. That's potential, but I don't think it's required right at this moment. But that's just me. All right. This one cross-posted on our subreddit by Little Jolly Panda. And the title for this one is, and Sean's going to fucking love this one. Am I the asshole for only dating women at the age of 19 to 24 as a 33-year-old male?
Say
yes.
You want me to do it?
Illegal. Illegal.
Whoa. If you're here, Sean, how are you also there?
Shout out the goat, Nancy. My wife.
My wife.
Yeah, so takes on this title, Sean.
Yeah, go to jail, actually. This is straight to jail on the Monopoly board. Be better.
I will say he at least didn't say 18 to 24. I'll give him that
19.
He wanted to so bad. And
I
was
know
like,
he did.
Right.
Probably in his act, like in day to day, it's 18. But he put 19 just to seem
I'm reasonable.
I gotta say, check the hard drives, people.
Yeah.
Check the hard drive.
Yeah.
The hard drive.
God damn.
He's gonna be famous on TikTok someday, getting hit by a fucking shopping cart at some point.
Oh God, I hope
He's
so.
here to meet a 14-year-old boy. Ah! Those videos are insane. Batman justice.
Yeah. All right, so I'm a 33-year-old male, but I'm only attracted to women at the ages of 19 to 24.
Oh,
Your big age of 33.
I just find older women to not be attractive.
Because they ain't attracted to you, bitch.
I tell you that you're a fucking loser.
Also, 25 and up is still like I just don't understand being like all women that are older than 25
it's just a monolith.
are not attractive. It's like, what the fuck? I find them to be incredibly rude, nagging, less physically attractive, and have just too much baggage, says this guy.
I just know this motherfucker lives in a basement somewhere.
Yeah. When I'm with women of my preference, I find they are the opposite of all those negative attributes I mentioned. But what really makes me enjoy my time is the vitality they have. It just reminds me of when I was young and makes life seem so much more lively than it was before.
You sound like a groomer.
Dude, you need so much therapy. Collect Legos to think about the nostalgic time. Don't date younger people. That's weird. I'm currently dating a 23-year-old female. She has been wonderful and all. And
I'm going to enjoy these next 2 years before I jump her to the fucking curb.
Leo, is this you?
One of the comments was like, wait until he sees that if you're in a long-term relationship with any of these women, they will be over 25 eventually. She has been wonderful and all, and she asked to see pictures of my ex-girlfriends. I showed them to her, and she commented on their age and said they all look like her age. I said yes, and then proceeded to tell her my reasoning as to why. She seemed
So
pretty.
she broke up with you?
She seemed pretty weirded out.
They still have backpacks and shit.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. She seemed pretty weirded out by the whole ordeal and told me it was kind of misogynistic.
Fucking Andy from The Office. Maybe she's a teacher here?
Nope.
No. She works at the frozen yogurt.
Fucking idiot.
She told me that was kind of misogynistic, but things went back to normal very soon. But I'm curious as to what Reddit thinks. So am I the asshole for having a preference?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, creepy asshole.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how much we need to say. It's very obvious why you think dating younger girls is more fun and better for you. It's because, I think, you know,
Because
the
you're not a
older-
serious person.
Yeah.
You don't want someone like a partner who's going to challenge you and require respect from you. You want someone who you can have like some manipulative control over
Groom.
because you're older
Yeah, the
than
power
That's
them.
what I've been
dynamics.
saying. Like
Yeah.
this dude is a classic groomer.
So it's so disgusting, really.
Also,
for you to
I would
just-
like to clarify, I don't think anyone under 24 doesn't also want respect and stuff like that. It's just a power dynamic is kind of what I was
Yeah,
getting
the
at.
power
I didn't mean
dynamic is the
anything by
thing.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
we're
already
not
wrote
saying-
like 3 paragraphs before you even said
Oh, we
that
got flamed.
disclaimer.
No, I think they understand where I was. I just wanted to clarify it for my own peace of mind. But
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole reasoning for the Sean rule. It's not like
yes.
everyone under 25 is a big dumbass. Everyone
No.
under 25 just is dealing with the society limits of the, you know, and the power dynamics of what it is to be like an already adult with a job and like out of
Mhm.
school and blah, blah, blah.
Not even at a
So-
school, most of them under 25.
Unfortunately.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, we're not flaming anybody underneath, but like as a 33-year-old, he's probably tried dating people around his age, and then they just read on his bullshit so quickly because this guy's a fucking creep. You know what I mean? And it's very obvious that he's a creep, but sometimes, you know, the power dynamic of it all kind of blinds it to you. You're like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, he seems successful. He's
Or even
33. You know,
Less
he likes
experience
to get-
in dating or anything like that. You don't pick up
Yeah.
on red flags as quickly sometimes. Like there's all kinds of things.
Yeah, so it's just this is just textbook definition why the Sean rule is the rule
Yeah.
to live by.
He did ask if he's an asshole for having a preference. And for that, I say no. Is he an asshole for having the wrong preference? Then yes.
Yeah.
His preference is disgusting.
To be
Yes.
fair, he changed it. To, like his original question was, "Am I the asshole for only dating women at the ages of 19 and 24?" And to that, I say
For
yes.
that part,
Yes.
yes, hell yes. When he asked
Hell
if he, you know, if he's wrong for having preference, no, people can have preference.
Yeah,
but
everyone
if your
has
preferences
preferences.
are sick as fuck, boy, you are hella wrong.
Your preference is also dumb. It's just like I only
dumb
date
as
younger
shit.
women because all older women are these things. Like they're one monolith of a thing. It's like
This
that's not
dude
the case.
has zero personality, I'll say.
Yeah. That'd be like saying all 30-year-olds are like this 30-year-old. I would be very offended by that because that's not true at all.
You know how hard it is for me to say a big age of 33 when my ass is
I know.
33? You're
That
too
one hurt
fucking
me.
old for this shit, brother.
But
I'm
Reddit agreed.
32. Jesus Christ.
You okay, Sean?
Where does the time go?
I don't fucking know.
I
think
say
gotta
this
leave.
while I'm wearing a fucking knee brace because my knee hurts right now. God damn.
Reddit agreed asshole, and I did the thing that we did with Laura, John, and I
The
took the most
controversial take?
controversial comment
Uh-oh.
from
no.
Column Crazy.
I
Everyone
will.
saying that women his age don't like him because they can see through his bullshit is pure cope. It's based on absolutely nothing. It's equally likely that women his age are interested in him, and he just says he wants nothing to do with them because they are less attractive and emotionally appealing. About tracks with my experience, only addition is that women tend to get more desperate as they age as well.
I will call you crazy.
Yeah,
I
you
will
are
also call you a
crazy.
dumbass.
It's crazy that he made a second account to comment
Yeah.
on his own post.
That's
That's wild.
Whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy move.
If you're there, how did you
Then
get
how
there?
are you here?
If you're commenting here, how are you
Nancy's gonna be so mad at me.
That's
I'm gonna
a
do that,
great
Toronto.
bit. All right. Moving on to this next one here, posted by Throw RASIL Tester.
Mm.
And the title is, "Am I the asshole for laughing in my sister-in-law's face when she DNA tested my daughter?"
Nah.
No,
Your sister-in-law probably deserves that shit.
you should beat her ass for fucking DNA testing your daughter.
Crazy
Violence
thing to
is
do.
the answer, people.
Yeah, what the fuck do you think you're doing with my child's DNA? You fucking weirdo. How did you get this?
Yeah. Pause on the violence because there is a trigger warning for this
Oh
one.
no.
I should have said it at the top. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going with the violent route on this one.
Oh, I
But
always
It's
do,
John.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's me.
what do you mean?
trigger warning for a shooting. wildly enough from the title. Yes. So
Holy shit.
crazy trigger warning, but if that's something you do not want to hear, because I could tell that's probably a reality for many people in our
reality in Texas all the
demographic.
time. Jeez.
Yeah. You can skip ahead to the final story unless you're a patron, which we have 2 more after that as well. And a game at the end of this. I forgot to mention.
A game.
Yeah. All right. So I, 30 male, have a daughter who's 6. I am not biologically related to her at all. There is no blood relationship between us. So crazy to do a DNA test already.
They already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was friends with her mother for most of my childhood. We were never involved romantically, and we were always just friends. She had her daughter at 23 with her 25-year-old husband. When my daughter was a newborn, about 3 months technically, both her mother and father were killed. I won't go into too much detail for privacy reasons, but it was a workplace shooting. My friend and her husband had been working in the same building, and they were both killed. Both my friend and her husband had grown up with less than ideal families and didn't have any siblings, so there wasn't any next of kin for their daughter to go to. However, because I was close with them, I was able to adopt her. Even though I had been iffy about the idea of kids, I didn't want their daughter to grow up in a foster care or around people who didn't have a connection to her bio parents, so I stepped in.
Damn, what a great person.
Yeah.
Literally nothing you can do will make me
Will
think you're the
change
asshole
your
at this
mind.
point.
Yeah.
My parents and siblings know that my daughter is not my actual daughter, biologically speaking.
Mhm.
My daughter, I'll call her Lily for this post, also knows that she is adopted. I've never really hid that fact that she is adopted. She knows that her parents are dead and they were killed by a bad man, but I'm saving the details for when she's older. Lily does not look like me at all. She looks exactly like her mother and biological father. Most people that assume that I'm her bio dad and she just took after her mom. I don't ever really correct this when and if people assume this because it just seems unnecessary. My brother has been with his fiancée for about 2 years now. A few weeks ago, we were all meeting up at my parents' house, and my sister-in-law saw an old picture of me, my friend, and her husband. She pointed to my friend and asked who she was, and I explained that it was Lily's mother. My sister-in-law got quiet and stood in front of the picture for a while. I didn't think too much of it. To clarify, she knows my friend died, but I guess she didn't know that she had been married or that Lily is not my bio daughter. I suppose she assumed my daughter was mine and my friend's biological daughter. My sister-in-law got a DNA test done on my daughter behind my back.
Oh.
She used my brother's DNA for the test. When it came back that they aren't related, she knew that that meant Lily and I weren't related. She came up to me with the results and waved them in my face, saying that I was taking care of a dead woman's affair baby. She said this to me in front of my daughter, by the way. I just stared at her.
If your brother don't dump her ass on the spot, boy,
Oh, yeah.
holy shit.
I just stared at her for a while before bursting out laughing. I told her I knew Lily wasn't my biological daughter and that this thing called adoption exists. Her face went red and she stormed off. My brother is mad that I embarrassed his fiancée, but I said she embarrassed herself by DNA testing a kid that isn't hers and then parading the results up to me. What did she want me to do? What was her goal with this?
You could have stopped her, I assume.
At any point,
I assume you
probably.
knew about this.
Yeah.
Your fiance was doing something stupid, something that you knew the truth. So I don't even know why you entertained that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
your fault, brother.
Did she want me to break down and abandon my daughter? My brother said she thought she was doing the right thing and called me an asshole. I don't feel like the asshole, especially considering my sister-in-law was the one who stuck her nose where it didn't belong.
Yup.
Mhm.
I'm asking Reddit for opinion, mostly just validation. So am I the asshole?
No, you're going to get all the validation you want, brother. No,
Yeah, no.
no.
You deserve all the
Sean already said it.
validation.
There is nothing that you could have done in any scenario that unless you do something heinous to this kid.
Yeah,
but
of
no,
course.
nothing
You
you
are-
could have done
Yeah.
in this scenario would make or paint you as a bad person. You took someone who experienced a really traumatic experience, like, losing both parents. That's got to be difficult, and
Mm.
possibly knowing how wrong the foster system is. I don't know if it's in the States or everywhere else in the world. you took someone under your wing when you didn't have to. You had no responsibilities and you didn't have to do any of that, but you still did. You raised them as a daughter of your own. You acknowledge them as like, hey, yes, you are not blood related, but you treat her like your blood. And the rest of your family knows that already. And for the sister-in-law to for what? For her to just get a say like, haha, like I proved the point that she's not your daughter. Everyone already knows it. And yes, I agree with Sean. And I think the brothers was already in on it from the beginning. So I think you also got to cut ties with your brother because he's going to marry into some bitchy ass family. So I got to say, fuck those two.
The fact that she didn't even do it like
discreetly,
gracefully and discreetly, like in front of your daughter, waving it, being like, you know, a fair partner's baby. Like her mom passed away already. And you're just going to try and put more trauma on that. Like, how big of a piece of shit are you that you know, feel no remorse on that? It is crazy to me. So it's just, and then the brother, like John said, cut ties. I mean, there's no fucking way because he knew. Why didn't he stop the wife? He could have stopped her from being embarrassed. I mean, unless she did this completely behind his back, and then he should even be like, first off, how'd you get my DNA? Second off, why did you take the DNA from a child? That's
weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. This is all weird. Like, to just fucking back her up on that is a strange thing. I don't see any scenario where everybody else in the family is like,
yeah, what
that's
are you doing?
normal. That's not normal. That's weird as fuck.
Yeah. The lack of consent, empathy, and everything else in this scenario is sickening on the girlfriend's or on the fiance's part.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said. And so did Reddit. And then came the update.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So my sister-in-law ended up coming to my house and apologizing, as well as telling me the full story. My brother had put her up to the DNA test.
Why?
Yeah, the plot thickens. When I first adopted Lily, my brother for some reason believed that Lily was my bio daughter. He thought that me and Lily's mom were together and just weren't telling anyone. He believes that when she got pregnant, Lily's mom told me that Lily was mine and that she was just going to say that it was that was her husband's, and I just went along with it because I didn't really want kids. Sister-in-law was under the impression I believed I was Lily's bio dad. She saw the pictures of Lily's mom and I, and after asking for clarification on who she was, assumed we were together in it, and then got suspicious when she saw that the other guy in the picture, Lily's actual bio dad, looked a lot like Lily. I also want to clarify, I didn't tell her that Lily's bio dad was in the picture because she had specifically pointed to Lily's mom, and I assumed that she knew that Lily was adopted. I didn't know my brother had been telling her lies for nearly 2 years. She got the DNA test out of her own suspicion, and my brother helped her with it because he thought it would reveal that I was actually Lily's bio dad. He manipulated her into thinking that it would clear the air of suspicion, when really he was just trying to prove that I was really Lily's bio dad and lying about the reasons for adoption.
Why? Why would you do that?
Why? Yeah. Why the fuck does it matter? It's not your life.
Because I think the brother can only fathom that OP would take care of someone else's kid
if it was
his own. He doesn't have the concept of selflessness that OP has.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But it's wild to, after getting the test results, confirming your brother's story, to be like, not tell your fiance, not tell your fiance, hey, you know what? I think you might be right. Like,
well, yeah, she might have gone rogue on that part. Maybe, I don't know, because she's probably like, we got to tell him, like, this is not his kid. And so, like, I don't know. Truly, they're both still in the wrong.
I was gonna say, the brother's, of course, the top of the food chain in terms of like, obviously she got manipulated, but she also went rogue in this scenario. She didn't have to do all that extra shit. So
in front of the kid is
in front of the kid. So I have no sympathy for both of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So here's the next sentence. My brother felt too embarrassed to confess to his fiance that he had lied about the circumstances, which is why my sister-in-law confronted me with the results. So there you go. He was just being
I still don't give a shit. I still don't give a shit about that scenario. You don't do that. If you're gonna do something like that, you do it tactfully, right? You do it like, hey, can I pull you to the side? But she did it in front of the kid.
Yes.
Fuck
But
that.
I'm saying
Hell
the
no.
reason she did it at all was because the brother was a coward and didn't tell her the truth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree that he's the biggest bitch out of all this, but she
Yeah.
is just as a bitch in this scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law also apologized for showing me results in front of my daughter. She told me that her mom had an affair and cheated on her father, got pregnant with another man's kid, and had let her father believe the kid was his.
Okay, but you don't freaking do that in front of a kid though. That's your own
Yeah.
fucking trauma you got to deal with.
Exactly. Her father was devastated by this when he found out, and she grew very resentful of women who do this to their spouses. She had wanted to sit me down and talk to me about it without my daughter, but when she saw me with my daughter, she got angry, thinking I was being led on to believe I was raising my daughter when I was actually raising another man's kid. And she ended up exploding and immediately waved the results in my face. Still fucked up.
No,
Still.
not a good excuse.
No, because the kid's
Nope.
innocent.
Yeah,
Either
exactly.
way. You know what I mean?
Kid went through so much already.
Yeah. My sister-in-law does feel very guilty, and she's angry at my brother for lying to her. I'm not angry at her for doing the test because she thought she was doing the right thing. I also forgave her for the way she told me about the results because clearly affairs are a sensitive subject for her, and I can understand why she would have exploded like that. I'm pretty sure she plans to break up with my brother now, and I don't blame
Oh,
her.
good.
You are a
He's a
generous person.
saint.
Holy shit.
Yeah, for real.
When I called and asked my brother about this, he admitted it. When I asked why he would think this, he said that he couldn't think of a reason why a man who had been against having kids at the time would willingly adopt a baby without having a blood connection to it. He told my sister-in-law that I was Lily's bio dad and was aware of the fact. He took a step further and said that me and Lily's mom were together at the time of Lily's conception. Both me and my parents are going low contact with my brother for a while now.
Good.
I know I will forgive my brother eventually. I wouldn't.
I'm gonna need you to change that low to no. Please.
Yeah. But I can't do that right now. He believed I was low enough to have an affair with a married woman to get her pregnant, take no responsibility, allow her to pass off the kid as another man's, and then only take responsibility because her mom died. And that is the update to that one.
Let your
Crazy.
brother lose it all. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. That's such an insane thing to think about your own brother. And
Man, he failed so many relationships.
yeah. And to lie to your partner for 2
Mhm.
years about your brother's kid, that's just so fucked up. Like,
And,
who does that?
and the thing
I
that
guess
pisses
he
me off
thought
too
he was
is like,
telling the
who
truth, though.
cares?
Yeah.
He's
who
not
cares?
the one that's having to take care of the kid. It's the brother's responsibility, and he had nothing to do with it. Why is he gonna meddle with that life?
Exactly. It's so fucking stupid.
Oh my God, what an idiot.
All right. Last one of the day. We have a game after this, and then we got 2 for the patrons.
All right.
So this last one we got here is sent via Venmo to Sean
Gasp.
Ooh.
and then relayed to me via Slack notifications.
Gasp.
I got y'all Venmo people.
He's got you. He's got you. So this was posted by Rue Kitten Me 5585 on our subreddit. When this comes out, I think this will be 2 months old, so I apologize for that. I
That's
got
a
it
little on
today.
me. That's a little on me. That's a little on me.
A little.
Well, I mean, it's a little on him because it would only technically be like a month late if we
True.
weren't recording so far ahead of time. But yeah. So this one's titled, Am I the Asshole for Putting My Boyfriend on Blast to His Family?
No. It's listener sent. Going with statistics.
Banking on that.
Stats are stats.
And they Venmoed Sean. So he legally can't call you an asshole, I think, even if
Legally.
you are.
I can though.
Yeah.
John's unhinged enough. He doesn't give a shit.
I don't care if you have paid me. I still would call you an asshole. And you know what? Some people might.
He
like
might
that.
wish violence upon you,
He
unfortunately.
might. He might.
just
There's
might.
there's a good chance,
He just
actually.
might.
Yeah.
Be careful.
All right. So first sentence. This is gonna get you, Sean. I, 26 female, and my boyfriend, 36 male. How long y'all been dating? They say Sean rule, I know, but this technically isn't the Sean rule if you started dating a month
Y'all started
ago.
dating just now and met today.
Yeah. We had an argument recently which led me to putting him on blast to his family. The argument was this. He was complaining about his weight, saying it's my fault he weighs so much now. His words, not mine. I think he looks fine. He said that it's sympathetic weight because at dinner, even though he doesn't feel hungry anymore, he sees me getting a second helping and thinks I will eat the rest of the food, so he gets a second helping too. Which is a wild.
That's not.
You have your own autonomy as a person. You can just.
Yeah, that's like me though. Not gonna lie. Julia cooked so good. Man, I was so skinny.
Yeah, but you're not.
That's all
you're
me
not,
though.
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
eating out of fear that she's gonna eat the food, so you won't have any.
I'm eating because I lack self-control.
Yeah.
I think
And
he
it's
does
delicious.
too. I think he does
Yeah.
tee. He's just trying to make an excuse for it.
Yeah.
For
I ain't
his
gonna make an
lack
excuse
of-
about it. I jumped from like a medium to like extra large so fast.
I asked him if he was trying to imply that I was fat by saying I eat all the food. And he said, well, you have let yourself go a bit, but that's kind of besides the point.
Shut
But
your old ass up. Shut your old ass up.
I said, but guy, you do realize I'm only 3 months postpartum, right? Yeah, it gets worse.
36-year-old ass be saying that shit.
To your recently had a baby wife? Yeah. Yeah, that's
Also,
I gotta
crazy.
say, I don't think they got
Statistically, the
together
math-
when they were 26.
I
No.
don't think so.
The
The
math
math,
doesn't make
ain't
sense.
mathing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think Sean's got to say something right now. This sounds
Illegal.
I think.
I don't even know why I made that a button. We make them say it every time. That's
I mean, from the source is better, you know?
yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm only 3 months postpartum, right? I go on walks every day, at least 2 kilometers, and I try to
Hey.
opt for healthier foods, but sometimes
That's like 7 miles, ain't it?
No, it's less miles actually.
What? If you know, you know. If you're an OG, you know.
We've
But
been doing this shit for 3 years, and I still don't know how to convert that.
I don't either, to be honest. I just know less and more. That's all I know. But sometimes with the baby, what's quickest and easiest to make is all I can hope for. Also, I'm breastfeeding, and that takes a lot out of me.
I feel like you need to eat when you breastfeed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To that, he said, yeah, but you've been using postpartum as an excuse for a while now.
3 months.
months, you idiot!
You said you're going to start doing actual exercises, but you haven't been doing that yet. Obviously, what you've been doing is not enough.
I think I am going to choose violence. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah, not against OP, though.
not against OP.
Um,
With your husband, OP.
Yeah.
I just recently went to
Boyfriend,
the
boyfriend,
torture
boyfriend.
or boyfriend. I recently just went to the torture museum in Chicago, and I got some ideas.
Yeah, I saw that. This made me all too angry, so I decided it would be best to leave the room and let things cool down. The next day, I was feeling quite a bit spicy towards my boyfriend, but his family wanted us to come over for lunch at their house. We all sat down and started to eat, besides my boyfriend. He sat next to me and stared at my plate. I had 5 tacos and a salad. I said nothing and refused to acknowledge him. His mom, however, asked him if everything was okay. He huffed angrily and said, I guess so. And when I heard that, I got so angry, I almost lost my appetite. But since the baby has been extra fussy lately, that was the last bit of food I had that day, so I ignored it and kept eating. His dad then said, so, how has it been going lately? And before my boyfriend could say anything, I said, it's been a little rough here and there because the baby's going through a fussy phase. She's not sleeping very well and can get a little moody. It's hard for me to eat and sleep at times, especially since I get no help from Guy. The table went silent for a second, and his mom said, oh, I'm sure that's not true. It might just feel like that's the case. And my boyfriend said, it's not true. I put down my fork and said with a casual voice, it is true. It's also true that he said I could throw away the birth partner printout from the hospital because he wasn't going to do anything to help me with labor. No hand-holding or anything. When the time came, not only did he not help with anything, he also complained about how tired he was the whole time and how inconvenient the timing of the baby coming was. The labor started at 11:30 p.m. It's inconvenient for you.
Oh.
You're not even going to do anything.
Brother.
You're there to be support.
I hate you.
I hate him too. When it came time to start the pushing, he kept distracting the nurses with asking her questions about songs and bands they both liked. So I practically went through it all alone.
Was he hitting on the nurse while you're in labor?
Sounds like it. Also, all day before we were discharged from the hospital, the nurses told us that I needed to sit down with my legs up when I got home. When I got home and sat down, Guy asked me what I thought I was doing and told me I needed to get upstairs and clean the bedroom immediately after coming home from the hospital, even though I'd given birth to our baby the day before.
This better be AI. This better be AI. I'm getting
Unfortunately,
mad.
it was Venmo directly to
That's true. That's right.
I don't even know if AI could come up with something this horrendous. It's also true that our baby is also only 3 months old and he hasn't woken up to help her with her once because he says it's more work for him than me because I'm breastfeeding and he would have to go downstairs to warm up milk and come all the way back upstairs. That was all a quote that she said to her family, but I think there
All
needs to be
sentences.
breaking up in there.
Yeah.
There's a breaking up that you need to be doing with this
There is,
motherfucker.
100%. My boyfriend said that that's not true and he does help with the baby. I said, hey, Guy, where have you been sleeping since the baby and I came home from the hospital? He admitted to his family that he sleeps in the other bedroom. His mom asked him why, and before he could answer, I said, he told me he was tired of the baby screaming, waking him up in the middle of the night, and that it doesn't make much sense to him why both of us should be sleep deprived. Maybe she wouldn't if you shared the burden.
Yeah.
His mom scolded him for not helping with the baby and that it's, quote, probably not the best to call someone who is 3 months postpartum fat. I mean, probably not the best it's definitely not the best to call anyone fat.
Yeah.
She told me he should apologize for the things he said, but I should also apologize for embarrassing him in front of the family.
Fuck no, he deserves that.
I told her that I'm truly sorry for putting him on blast in front of his family and in her home, and that I got too heated and carried away, but I wasn't ready to make any apologizes to my boyfriend. I'm usually the type to bottle up my emotions, but I guess I flipped my lid. Which I got to say, that's not healthy either. Get therapy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm also on the autistic spectrum, Asperger's, so my ability to read social situations is a bit lacking, to put it generously. All in all, right now, I feel like the Dixie Chicks in their song, not ready to make nice, even though I wish could be as calm as pretty much just about any Mumford & Sons song. So that's the original post.
Those songs can really pick up, though, I'll say. Big Mumford and Sons.
That's what
Little
Sean took
Lion
away.
Man has quite a crescendo.
That's true. That's true. Great song. Great song.
I've never even heard of them.
Oh my God.
That's
Christ.
legitimately insane.
All right, John's the asshole.
A huge band. A humongous band.
Yeah, they're massive.
Who's
I could read
Mumford?
the update.
And is that their kids?
Yes,
Moving on.
yeah.
Moving on.
There is an update. I figure all of us are saying not the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty clearly.
Yeah.
You should
This
break up
guy
with this guy.
is a piece of shit. One of the worst.
Yeah,
Hitting on the nurses while in labor.
crazy.
OP, I'm gonna
Insane.
need you to do me a favor and clip this. An hour and 2-ish minutes into this, come closer. And I want you to bring this to him if you can. Guy, quit being a little bitch and do your fucking part. Show that to him.
There we go. And if he doesn't, leave his ass.
Oh my God, my legs are shaking because I'm fucking mad right now.
I hope you're gone already.
Yeah.
You know? Just collecting a check from his ass.
I hope this is just a nostalgic listen to.
A 36-year-old does not have the emotional intelligence to fucking be the right partner in this
Yeah.
situation. What an idiot, man.
Crazy.
Your big ass age.
All right, so quick update here. The first few days after the blasting, Guy tried to turn everything into an argument. No matter how small a thing of it was, he had something to say about it. He stopped saying I eat too much food, but I've caught him staring at my plate a couple times. Guy went out and bought a baby carrier, the kind that you strap to your chest, and wanted to carry our daughter in it. He said it was a special time, him carrying our daughter on a walk for the first time, and wanted it to be a happy memory. Which I gotta say, 3 months in and he's doing it for the first time. It's crazy.
A little too late, brother.
Yeah. Well, on the walk, he kept saying how I hog our daughter, how I don't let him do things with her, how great the delivery was, how the nurse was outstanding, etc.
Weren't you just complaining the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, we know you think the nurse was outstanding.
I think he's trying to gaslight her into believing this.
Yeah, you want to nurse that nurse, you fucking idiot.
Jesus. I snapped. I told him I don't hog our daughter. I let him do plenty of things with her, but he doesn't like to hold her for more than 2 minutes. The nurse was great to him, but ignored me a good percentage of the time. And I never thought I'd have to go through birth feeling both alone and like a side character.
Hold up, the nurse is in on this too?
Well, I mean, the nurse, was talking about bands and stuff, which is crazy. In brackets, I didn't know I could request a different nurse. He said I was an asshole and ruined his first walk with our daughter, and what kind of mother isn't completely happy with the birth of their baby? He gave me our daughter and the baby carrier and ran away. The other night, I told him I'm sick of him throwing his tantrums, and if he wanted to get treated like a king, then he needed to treat me like how he would want our daughter's future partner to treat her. On top of that, I think he found this post and read through at least some of the comments. He has mentioned some things people have put in the comments, but it seems to have humbled him a bit. We're going to try and work on our relationship, but I'm thinking maybe a plan B wouldn't be too outrageous.
Please show him us calling him a little bitch. That'd be great.
Plan B.
Thank you.
Yeah, plan B for sure. Have that in the chamber. Don't show him this part. But yeah, have something planned out for sure. Because he doesn't sound like a partner at all.
No. Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's play this game quickly because I've got to edit this.
Is it
quickly.
Movies? Because I'm not going to be able to guess any
It
of
is
these.
Am I the Asshole movie game from our listeners.
Star Wars.
Nope. This first one comes from Alley Tunes on Patreon. And they say, am I the asshole for letting a robber get away with my exploitative boss's money only for that robber to then kill my uncle?
Oh, shit. I don't know this one.
What? Spider-Man.
Oh.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, any Spider-Man. Yeah, that's true.
This one specifically because like the exploitative boss in the wrestling ring and then the robber killed. Yeah, I think it's
Did that not happen with
specific.
Andrew Garfield too? I forget what his first.
Wasn't the wrestler Macho Man?
Macho Man.
Oh, yeah.
But he was the chainsaw or something like that.
Also, I didn't explain the game. We're reading the title and it links to a movie somehow. So
yeah, we've done this before, Wikimaniacs.
We
so.
have, but only once. So I thought I should just
We've done this
re-explain it.
plenty of times.
The next two are actually crazy because they do the question and then a little bit of a write-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna know it, but cool.
All right. So this one is from Megaroni on our YouTube membership. And they say, am I the asshole for accidentally proposing to another woman and going to the afterlife with her? And then the write-up is, I accidentally proposed to another woman and she took me to the afterlife. I ended up trying to convince her to let me marry someone else. Am I the asshole? I had no idea what this one was.
Did you, even after it's listed, did you know what it was?
That no one had anything commented, so I don't actually know.
Oh, they didn't even say what the actual answer was.
No. None of these actually did say the answer. So we'll have to wait until they confirm or deny it.
Afterlife, man.
Bruce Almighty.
Okay.
I don't think he tried to marry anybody in Bruce Almighty.
I don't even watch the movie. It just came up in my mind.
Being God.
Is that with Morgan Freeman and Jim Carrey or something like that?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is God.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going to the afterlife. I don't know if I've watched this one, to be honest.
I'm also not like a huge movie watcher.
I thought this was maybe going to be a rom-com that you would know, Sean. So if you don't know it, let us know in the comments what you think this one is.
Yeah. Is it a rom-com? Time Traveler's Wife.
Could be.
I also don't think that's what.
The Notebook.
No. I got one more here. Let's hop into this one because I know this one. It's pretty funny actually. They have a write-up with a bunch of updates actually. So this is Carrie Baker 922 on our YouTube channel, and they said, am I the asshole for lying about my gender to save my dad's life?
Oh, I got this. Mulan.
Okay. I think you are correct because here's the write-up. I, 18 female, was preparing to get married when my country was attacked.
Yeah.
One man from every household was drafted into the army. My dad, 65 male, was the only male in my family. I chose to hide my gender. I was pretty flat chested anyway and took my father's place.
Unnecessary hit at Mulan.
Yeah. Yeah. Long story short, my body count is in the thousands and I was kicked out when they found out my gender.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Sorry.
Nice. Update. Wow, I didn't know this was going to blow up so much. Thank you for all of your comments. English isn't my first language. By body count, I meant the number of people I've killed.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think I understood.
Update 2, to answer a few questions that commenters had. 1, I killed people during a war conflict. 2, the people were bad people. 3, yes, my family knew, but only after I'd left. 4, only my 3 best friends were aware and helped with the ruse. I won't name names. Final update. Well, this has been a lot has happened since I last posted. Apparently, a small group that I thought I'd killed survived and attempted to overthrow my country again. Long story short, me and my army buddies killed them again. I was given an award despite being a girl and went home. One of the army buddies showed up at my home and asked me out. He doesn't mind my body count.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, ping us in a comment below.
Yeah, what you thought those ones were.
Mm-hmm.
So let's end the episode on that, Wikimaniacs. If you're not a patron, this cat just appeared out of nowhere. She might swat me.
She's
but
looking
what
at
do you
him,
think?
Ringo.
Let us know in the comments down below on YouTube, Discord, or our subreddit.
Look how she's
you wanna hear
looking
more?
at you.
Consider going to a Patreon at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network or our YouTube membership. You can unlock bonus episodes as well as extra stories every Friday.
Smack him. Smack the fuck out of him.
Hey.
Choose violence. Choose
No.
it.
She loves me.
Damn.
Let's wrap up the episode and say goodbye to Ringo. She's going to attack my feet now.
Bye,
Yep.
Ringo.
Thank you, Wikimaniacs, and thank you, Sean and John, for giving your takes. We'll see you on Monday.
Last
Bye.
Am I the ass of September already?
Ow. She's biting me.
Later.
Sheesh.
Hit therapy.